My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Monster Train 2, where we're in the Dimensional Portal to get the Infernal Heat Challenge finally done! Lazarus League under Legion Aqua's Reservation gives us 3 additional Ember. This is the one where Inferno Room is played on all floors at the very start, and cannot be replaced. Enemies enter with Reanimate 3, and friendly units enter with Reanimate 1. So, wow. Some of the most powerful things that we can get are Propagate on our own units so that we can keep them alive, and Unstable on enemy units so that they die multiple times and explode. Anyway, we start with 2 copies of Unstable Explosive Reaction as well as 2 copies of Loam Code in the base deck. Ridiculous. And a Plague Doctor, 2 Ember 1 size. On strike, apply Unstable equal to the amount of damage dealt. I need to make one of those Loam Codes deployable and just put it on a Plague Doctor. Just on deployment. Give it to Reanimate a turn. Artifacts. Oh, 3 additional deployment Ember. That's huge. Reanimator. On resolve, gain Reanimate 1 and Unstable 6. Perfect. You'll be a good receptacle for another Loam Code. I don't want to use Aqua's Reservation just yet if I can avoid it. Yeah, because I'm going to want it a lot on a turn if it helps me collect a collector, which... yeah, there we go. Bunch of Reanimate on their guy who exploded. Spot touch there, and a spot touch there. Okay, top line's already resolved. Let's get that bottom line exploding as well. Perfect. So the enemies come to the top floor. I have a Reki here with 6 Reanimate stacks. And every time I die, I deal 30 damage to the enemy. Perfect. It's alive. Applying lifesteal to a unit. Honestly, not really that good. I'm unlikely to be able to keep a unit alive long enough to really care about just 50 a turn. Eventually, I'm going to be running into enemies with 500 health. Like, it's going to be really difficult to deal with those. Unless I am capable of keeping a unit alive, maybe. Pseudoscience, Lifesteal 2, Reanimate 1, or Spike 6. Honestly, probably a better pick there. Another Loam Code. I really do like Green Recruit in this challenge. It dies and gives you the shrooms, and the shrooms come out with their own Reanimate stack. So like an endless Green Recruit is especially good. I'm definitely going to have to go to the Merchant of Arms for a deployable Loam Code. It's probably the most powerful thing that I'm capable of doing, so let me hit up a Merchant of Steel beforehand. Interesting. Large stone titanite. Interesting. Balmer Bellow. Extinguish. Apply this unit's buffs to friendly units. Giving regen to allied units is irrelevant, but if you start with Reanimate, things are gonna get pretty dumb. I'm gonna give a large stone to the Plague Doctor so that she's capable of surviving a turn. And then gonna reroll. Dualism is exactly what I was looking for Balmer Bellow. Smidgestone. Reduce the size of the Plague Doctor back down? Honestly, probably not that relevant. Plague Doctor would much prefer to be quick than smidged. Don't think any of the rest of those are impactful there. That was huge. Our first turn should now be... Oh no! I do need to smidge it! Damn it. Because now I can't fit the Plague Doctor on the same floor as Balmer Bellow and Oreki. I should have thought about that. No! Yeah, let me give Balmer Bellow a chance to possibly collect some Loam Coat Tree. See, it died once this turn, and it gave 3 Reanimate to everyone on the floor. Oh. One, 2, 3. So I'm just missing one collection of that collector. I think I'm okay with that. Gives me the ability to fish for more Reanimate. To give to Balmer Bellow, who then explodes, giving that to everyone else. Here's some pseudoscience and a Loam Coat Balmer Bellow. That's so many stacks. Oh, it's getting disgusting. Overworked assistance. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, because I'll go capacity as well. Yes, I'll take it. Infectory, spawn 1 winning. That's going to make it much harder to throw some things on the field. Rot does a huge amount of damage to a single target, and that is going to be something that we are a bit hard up on trying to do. Collection of arms. Reanimation lab. Friendly units gain +7/+7 on summon and on reanimate. I think that's a great room for that bottom line. I think first Loam Coat needs to be in the opening hand. I think take a reanimation lab. I think Exile's Diadem? It's probably irrelevant. Unit probably dies before really getting to utilize it. I think Stasis Crystal... Realistically, Stasis Crystal is just something I can put on a Plague Doctor for a while. Maybe, if the Plague Doctor is, like, comfortable on its own floor. But, like, realistically, the Plague Doctor is going to want to get additional... It's going to want to be out on the field for the unstable application consistency. I think I hold here. I think I've had, like, an overwhelmingly good turn here already, and I save my resources to shoot out the other end of this. Yeah, especially because I mean, I could theoretically just dupe that Barmabello. And the more I think about it, the more I realize that 2 units passing back and forth their stacks is not only definitely the best thing I can do, it's 100% what I should be doing. Absolutely ridiculous. It's so... Breathe, Ryan. Breathe. In through the nose, out through the ears. Just breathe normally. Hit the unnamed tome there as well. Good pickup. Fleshlings have spikes 1. Yeah, no, I'm actually kind of ready for units to have damage on them, if you'd believe. Yeah, I'm gonna decay you just so that you keep exploding. I'm gonna get some instability on the bottom line, so those ones die. Reanimation lab go down there. Oh no, of course, I can't replace rooms at all. Well, at least it was only 40 that I paid for it. Fleshweaver, I don't want to silence you if I can avoid it. Oh no. These units were summoned at the end of the turn, so they've got Reanimate. They're going up. They're going to hit me a bunch of times and take damage a bunch of times as well. That's real bad. Don't love that. Well, now we have 120 spikes on the bottom line. So that worked out at least. Yeah, I do feel pretty confident in this world, though. In fact, we take out Fleshweaver right before the start of the fight. Start of the fight, the end of the fight. Contagious. Enemy units propagate 4. Had to copy this to your discount. Spike of the Legion propagate directly on a target. Yes, 100%. When I have this guy, yes, absolutely. Amorous and Noki probably doesn't survive long enough to really be useful. Test Subject Alpha, I mean, theoretically good, but no. I've got Sweep for days. I think I skipped this. I do want to go Capacity, so I have the ability to dupe Barmabello and place 2 Barmabellos on the same floor. Alright, now for the boss relic. It was originally going to be Hell's Flame, but it doesn't need to be anymore. Oh, or does it need to be? Because I'm about to dupe Balmer Bellow. So Deployment Ember is going to go to 332. Yeah, I should definitely take a Hell's Flame. The additional Deployment Ember so that I can play 2 Balmer Bellows on the very first turn is... it is of utmost importance. Yeah, the sooner I can dupe the Balmer Bellow, the far better off we'll be. Ooh, -2 cost and consume. And consume removal, hell yeah. Oh yeah, consume removal on Spike. Actually, I can even -1 intrinsic that. Yeah, that being intrinsic is incredible. -2 and consume on a explosive reaction. Plus 10 magic power. I'm kind of happy putting that on the other one, because then it's more likely to instantaneously kill as well. You're all double stack, you say. -1 permafrost on explosive reaction and then double stack. This is either rot, so that it's much better at throwing at bosses, or maybe like pseudoscience. Oh, it's pseudoscience, just for the giant stacks that it'll give Balmer. Speaking of Balmer, I'll get a second one. Okay, everything should be ridiculous now. Yeah, I forgot that I'm gonna need capacity for this, but that's okay. I honestly might not even need a recce for this. I can even use Aqua's Reservation on turn 1. Yeah, so now you have 15 Reanimate. All the spikes and the regen. Then when you each die, you just pass it on to another unit. Yes. Delectable. Green Recruit is a problem because it'll spawn troops, but it'll spawn them in front of my Balmer Bellows. But the thing is, my Balmer Bellows right now, if they die, they just give spikes to the troops. So I actually think that works. They give a bunch of spikes and reanimate there. All right, what's going on in this board state? I have to step away for a bit. Oh, right, the Balmer Bellows. Yes, that'll be doing well. Is explosive reaction gonna be enough if I target the other character? No, because you'll only end up dying once at the end of the combat. All right, once more, we're back again. All right, explosive reactions, gotta go on you. Decay? Yeah, that's enough to kill you. Great. Great. Yeah, the troop in the front line has a troop stack of 1, but 38 reanimate, 91 regen, and 90 spikes. So yeah, it's gonna stay around. Get an overworked assistant up here. Start scoring out some more buffs to be propagating across the entire party. Oh no, they're at the point where they full regen to not die every turn. This guy has so many spikes, but he's not dying. Well, I guess I can cast my own, what do they call them? Unstables on them. That'll help. Yeah. Yeah, it's about what I expect to see happen. So many spikes. Oh, Bomber Bellow. Faulty body. Apply fragile. Yes. That'll make it die constantly. Grow room. All units propagate 1 at the end of... Oh, no, I can't take that. I can't take that. Gotta remember that. Mushroom Cloud, decent. Mulch, honestly, more draws probably the most impactful here. Difficulty is second Merchant of Arms can't really make another Lone Coat deployable and then play both, because 3, 3, 2, 2 at 10 deployment Ember, and I have 9. And I've already got an Artificial Firestone and Hell's Flame, so I'm not going to be getting more. So I suppose I will go to the Merchant. Ooh, Dualism. Yeah. Dualism on the overworked assistant. Let's get a single reanimate on green. I could largestone the Plague Doctor again. She is largely just going to be standing on her own floor and kind of not doing anything at all, so maybe not. Endless. Feels like this should go on the green recruit, but it also feels like it's unlikely to ever trigger. If it needs to trigger, I'll be happy that it did. I'm gonna go Titanite on the Plague Doctor, because I'm not really gonna want to go to too many more minion upgrade spaces. Obviously can't take any of the rooms, but Meat Shield? Not really relevant. Oh. How does this work? Boiler Room mod. At the start of the battle, apply Boiler Room to the first floor. Can that still happen? It'd give us so much energy, but I also wouldn't need all that energy at all. Hef's Hammer for additional capacity. And I'll get Slays on... Yeah, I'll use Hef's Hammer. I don't want to take the ability and then just see that it doesn't work at all. Also, the explosion on the bottom line is actually really important for my combo, otherwise the Bomber Bellows don't die. And they really need to. Okay. Multi-body, and then Spike of the Legion, and then every time you take a hit now, you die, which is going to be a lot of Reanimate given to a lot of people. Let's slow this down and see how this resolves. Top line dies, gains Reanimate. You die, you gain Reanimate, you die, you die. This backline now has... How much Reanimate? 43 Reanimate, 125 Regen, and is that 300 spikes? That's 300 spikes. You're about to pass that back as well. Ah, this is pretty ridiculous. Yeah, let's get the overworked assistant down there as well. Hmm. Mm-hmm. 74 reanimate left. Every time it dies, it gives 1,000 spikes to all of the other characters on its field. And at combat start, those units die. Unfortunately, Lone Goat won't resolve at the speed to be able to keep the top line alive. Good amount of extra money there. Okay, so that's now 3,390 spikes on Bombabello, and every time it dies, it gives that back to the other units. We've reached Spike's cap. We have reached the cap for spikes, and we're about to get there on both Reanimate and Regen as well. Mm-hmm. Ridiculous. There you go. Take a... Oh no, I've lost a stack on them. Oh, how do I kill it? Oh, there we go. There we go. A Bombabello with 9,999 regen, spikes, and reanimate. The perfect Bombabello. I don't like using clips from directly in the game, but being able to show these stats, I don't know, maybe I will. Maybe I will. Come on, Kodo. Oh, right. Oh, it's got reanimate, so of course it survives the first hit of this. Oh, hell yeah. Mix-a-lot. That's a way to get a lot of stat stacks. Oh, wow. Oh! Surgical Strike. Deal 4 damage. Slay. Add a copy of this card with Ephemeral to your hand. That just gives me the ability to keep slaying my own Bombabello. As long as it's got Fragile on it. Go Mulch just for card draw again. Yeah. We need to be able to take advantage of a Merchant of Trinkets. At least 2 in this run, especially considering the amount of money I have. Spell upgrades that I care about. Yeah, there's some. Intrinsic on Faulty Body is the most impactful spell upgrade. But I don't care about minion upgrades anymore, so I'll go spell upgrade next time. Unstable explosions deal twice as much damage is pretty fun. So is Jack Strips, which will kill units as they move between floors. Ooh, wow. These 2 artifacts are part of the reason I talk about the ridiculous artifact power disparity between Unto Legion and other clans. Ever-Churning Soil, draw an additional card per 25 cards in your deck. Yes, I would love a draw relic, please. Ancient Roots, the first spell played each turn costs -1 for each 15 cards in your deck. Yes, I would like 2 more energy each turn, please. Judge's Scales is also pretty cool, but I don't... it's cool and it's new, but I don't need that. Oh, good lord. Summon a friendly unit from the deck. Dominating Power, plus 10 damage on a unit, and give it strike, apply 40 corruption, because the Bomber Bellows. I mean, applying corruption's fine, but it's not going to be necessary. Dominating Authority, spawn a friendly unit. Add melee weakness, spell weakness. Honestly, I'm just going to take the Dominating Power as an upgrade on a Bomber Bellow because I can, not because it's at all going to be relevant in any way. Ooh, Kale's going to get a lot of cherubs and damage shield out of this. That should be quite scary to me, I think. Just gonna Aqua's Reservation and then just hit a giant Spike of Legion. Oh, they die from front to back. Yeah, but the frontliner wasn't gonna even die this round, so yeah, hitting the backliner was correct, I think. Oh. There's that faulty body. And now I can start killing you myself with Unstable and Decay to have you die a bunch of additional times at the end of the turn. Oh, how joyous. Oh boy, we're already up to the thousands. Yeah, I only need to get a single rot on my own unit there. Just as long as you're dying as many times per turn as you can, that's all that matters. And the enemy is dead. 4 waves remaining. I'm just gonna make things worse. Some more instability, and maybe Frostbite if I can get it. No Frostbite, but I do get to just straight up deal damage, take him out again. There we go. All right, Overworked Assistant was plays this turn, but you have 1,500 Reanimate and 5,000 spikes. Well, 4,500 spikes, basically. Bomber Bellow is the easy win in this challenge, but I'm so glad that I have it. Tome of Horrors, apply Unstable 50 and Reanimate 1 to a single unit. I mean, it's exactly the kind of thing that we want to put in this deck. Capacity, so that I can also include a Recce down on that bottom line would be nice. We already said we're going to a Merchant of Magic. Start with more Reanimate on a Ooh! Double stack honestly doesn't... double stack matters a lot on Tome of Horrors at most. But remove, consume, and then lower its cost on Tome of Horrors is also huge. And then I got a +10 magic power, which I can throw on, I guess, as Surgical Strike after that. Realistically, what does Surgical Strike actually need? Lower cost. No, I might want to give it lower cost and hold over at a single point in the future if I get the opportunity. Yeah, okay, yeah, I'll hold on to it, because with Faulty Body in the deck, it does literally just become infinite scaling. Non-boss enemy units restore 150 health if they move up a floor. When they move up. If they move up a floor. If they manage to move up a floor. Sadly, no Faulty Body in the opening hand, with Surgical Strike to pump as well. But I will big old Ackworths. Oh no. Goddamn silence unit. Oh, no, I can silence your silence, that's fine. Okay, good. Yeah, I would like to actually propagate my stuff, thank you. Found the Faulty Body. Actually, I can get even another 100 gold out of it if I use the Reanimate on the enemy, and I'm going to. Tome of Horrors for additional Reanimate on you. Perfect. Then Faulty Body's already enough on the bottom line. I certainly don't need Loam Goat on Balmabello anymore. But also, considering I'm about to play my final unit on that floor anyway, how much could that matter? Perfection. Unfortunately, the copy to my hand has a cost. Yay, I get to put a Plague Doctor on that field. Woo! And it's already got the full 999 of everything. Beautiful. Replicate array. Yeah, but honestly, a third Balmabello isn't necessary. They're already getting to infinite. Dig deep. Cheery death cap. Honestly, no. Again, it's just take the money and walk away. Friendly units gain stealth 1 on summon and slay. Absolutely not. That would prevent my units from being able to do this because they'd be stealth, so they wouldn't be killing a bunch of enemies and they wouldn't be taking damage. And no. It'd be so much slower. It wouldn't prevent them, but it'd be slower. Cleansing water, 50% buff removal. No, thank you. Stop turn, fully heal champions. Ingus Breaker, increased number of mixed choices. Sure. Hair of the Hybrid. We could propagate a lot of rage, actually, because we equip a unit early enough. Yeah. Okay, that'll give us a lot of rage on all characters as well. Intrinsic -1 goes on faulty body for obvious reasons. Holdover, my god, -1 cost holdover surgical strike. And then what's the magic power? Roll. Double stack spell chain? Oh my god, spell chain the faulty body for both of them. Double stack explosion. I'm gonna use the rest of my money just on straight removals as well. Spore Touch is probably one of the worst ones, yeah. -2 consume, plus when magic power and consume doesn't have a target. I mean, it's utterly irrelevant to dupe another Bombello. Same with Faulty Body. A second Spike of the Legion's pretty good early, but after that is useless. I mean, honestly, I'm getting a second Surgical Strike because if I get it in my opening hand, I literally just keep going until I win on turn 1. There it is. Yep, this wins. My god, a turn 1 win. Infernal, Faulty Body. Excuse me? Oh, right, the Dominion's Eye was increasing its cost. Got it. Faulty Body. I'll mulch, I'll Aqua's Reservation, then Spike Legion for 14 Propagate, and then I kill you. Kill you. Kill you. Kill you. But you're only giving out tiny stats, so I'll kill you instead. I'll kill you. Then I'll go back and forth for a bit. Okay. So now... So now all of my units on turn 1 have 9,999 Rage, 9,999 Spikes, 9,999 Regen, 9,999 Reanimate. Now this is a piercing card, so I can use this to cut through enemies. Don't know if I'm going to be able to get as far as taking out Seraph this turn, though. Yeah. Yeah, because I'm not... I don't do damage on these. Outside of the obvious. So it's practically a turn 1 kill, but unfortunately Seraph Eternus is still alive this turn. That said, for how long that'll be the case... Who's to say? Me's to say. You're dead. It's technically a turn 2 kill, but I think we can all agree the kill was absolutely set up on turn 1. If this enemy had any less Reanimate, they would already be dead. Alas. Good lord, that was stupid. Get him! Actually, hang on. Does any... Let me look. I'll zoom on a couple of cards here. These are super relevant. And of course, the Surgical Strike really, really doing work on the Faulty Body. The Faulty Body and the Surgical Strike work really well together. That's a turn 2 Seraph right there. And here I was thinking this challenge was impossible. I wasn't sincerely thinking it was impossible. I was just very, very confused by how I was supposed to keep the units alive long enough, but we found it. We certainly found probably the best way to do it. I'm gonna jump back to the outpost. I'm gonna tell you the mine. Whoa, hang on. We've unlocked a new one. Let's look at that for a second. Moving madness. All units shuffle about each turn. But no matter where they end up, the front enemy is difficult to break through. Enemy units get Titanite when they're in the front. All units gain +2 damage on movement. The enemies are gonna gain so much. Bogworm's gross. Additional capacity is useful. And musical chairs, of course, shuffling us. Quick sweepers from Awoken are going to be really, really important to that challenge. But that's a tomorrow problem. Today's thing is doing the outro, telling you that my name's been Rhapsody, the name of the game has been Monster Train 2, top left is a series playlist from all my content on the Game Pass for us in the future, YouTube recommendations down below, streaming past, the names of the people so generously supporting the Republic on patreon.com/RhapsodyPlays, and a Bob the Thank Day, and a special thanks this episode to Matthew. Hopefully you're living and enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you all next time.